Alright, hello everybody, my name is Dominic here on the Bad Wrestling channel, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fantasy Booking, okay? I know, I did this like a month or two ago, last time, and you guys seem to like it, so I'm continuing to do it, which is good. I liked doing it, and I'm gonna keep doing it, which is good. So, this is a big one. This is gonna be a two-parter. I can guarantee you that. It's gonna be a two-parter. There's gonna be two videos. So there's gonna be this video and then the next video, which might come out next. I don't even know. This is GFW, aka TNA, in case you guys don't know, they changed it to GFW, versus WWE. What's gonna happen when TNA, if TNA was to ever invade into WWE, and how would they book it? Well, I'm here to do that right now. WWE versus TNA. Let's get into it. So we're gonna start from this pretty much right now, actually. Timing makes sense. So, already, you're gonna have to change a little bit of a thing. AJ Styles somehow loses the United States Champion, and somehow gets into a program with John Cena for SummerSlam. I know, this is fantasy booking, okay? It's not going to be 100% realistic all the time. It's not like people are falling out of the sky. This is just sort of what I have to change in order to fit the story. I'm sorry, it's just what's going to have to happen. So SummerSlam, main event, AJ Styles versus John Cena. You know, they're having a 5-star match. It's great, awesome, amazing, whatever. But then, 3 men, right before John Cena is about to pin AJ Styles, 3 men decide to hop over the barricade. They're all wearing, like, completely black clothes, except they have Finn Balor and the Club t-shirts. They come in, run into the ring, and beat the crap out of John Cena, giving John Cena the disqualification win. AJ Styles, though, is very flabbergasted. Like, what the heck's going on? Why is there 3 dudes here with Finn Balor t-shirts? Now, the Finn Balor t-shirts are not going to do anything. This is just to get all you marks really excited to think it's the club and Bullet Club. It's, oh my god, it's not the Bullet Club thing. It's just merely coincidence. That's going to make all of you guys happy, pretty much. So yeah, these 3 masked dudes, they give John Cena the disqualification win. AJ Styles is angry, okay? He's like, I should have won that match. I had it going in, okay? I was not going to lose. I was going to kick out, and I was going to win against John Cena like I do all the time, pretty much. And he's just angry. He's like, why the hell are these guys here? So the next night on Raw, you know, AJ Styles is a SmackDown guy. He goes to Raw, so already big stuff's happening. He goes backstage to find Finn Balor. He's like, what the actual hell is going on, man? I had John Cena. I was gonna wabba-do, do all over his face. Balor, this entire time, he has no idea what's going on backstage. Okay, he's backstage having a conversation with AJ Styles. He has no clue what's going on. He does not know anything. Okay? But then, security comes in to take AJ Styles out because AJ Styles is a SmackDown guy, and they should be trying to make Raw and SmackDown separate. I don't want to see a SmackDown live commercial on Monday Night Raw. Getting escorted out, and Samoa Joe, he looks at him. They both look at each other because, you know, there's, like, the fans know they have history, but WWE doesn't know they have history, but the fans know they have history, and Samoa Joe gives him the eyes of, like, yeah, I know what's really going on. So pretty much all this time now, all the time pretty much, these 3 guys keep interfering in AJ Styles matches. Like, they keep turning off the lights so that they can help AJ Styles win all the time. AJ Styles, he's still technically a face, he's just a really confused face, he doesn't know what's going on, but he's still taking the wins, and he's just racking up all these wins pretty much, against, you know, just whoever. So he's still pretty much winning, but he's still very confused on why he's winning, why are these 3 dudes going over here, and what are they doing. But the next Raw pay-per-view, okay, we're still having the 3 dudes thing. These 3 men start to go, helping Raw person. That Raw person, Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe is going to be a big part of the story, because Samoa Joe is really good. Samoa Joe's having a Universal title match with Finn Balor, because he's the guy that should fight him. Also, I know, Samoa Joe wins the Universal Championship, by the way. I didn't mention that. Yeah, Samoa Joe, he beats Brock Lesnar to win the championship at SummerSlam. because it's kind of what they probably are going to do. But anyways, let's just say, for the sake of video, Samoa Joe wins the Universal Championship. So Samoa Joe's having a match with Finn Balor or whatever. Finn Balor's about to do the coup de grace. Samoa Joe's on the ground. And all of a sudden, the three dudes once again come in, hop the barricade, and start beating down on Finn Balor. The referee is out because the three dudes take the referee out. But then Samoa Joe wins the matchup. He retains his Universal Championship. So at the end of the night, you see Samoa Joe holding the Universal Championship up high with the three dudes behind him. And he is very happy. So for AJ Styles, the three dudes basically stop helping him and start helping Joe on Raw. AJ Styles is still very confused because he's a SmackDown guy, so he doesn't know what's happening on Raw because they're supposed to be separate brands. So AJ Styles is, just like, what happened to all the three dudes? And Samoa Joe's using the three dudes on Raw, so, it's sort of a mini commercial within a parodying itself because it's keep using commercials too much kind of thing. And he's very confused. Anyways, though, since he stopped using the guys, he's still racking up wins. AJ Styles somehow becomes number one contender for Jinder Mahal's WWE champion. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jinder Mahal would have to beat Shinsuke Nakamura at SummerSlam. SummerSlam is really ruining me right now. But I know, that's kind of garbage. Jinder Mahal does not deserve to beat Shinsuke Nakamura. Here's the thing. I didn't want to give away AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura because I know what's going to happen next in the story. Okay? It's not a good thing for this to be the ending of the matchup kind of thing. It's one of those. You just have to roll with me. And I shook the camera, but you have to roll with me on that. Anyways, just like, with the three guys, the referee gets knocked out again. And, the lights go out pretty much. And the lights come back on. The referee is down. Mahal, I really like this image. He sits in the middle of the ring. You see AJ Styles on one side. And the three men on the other. While Jinder Mahal, again, is in the middle of the ring. AJ Styles is looking at the three guys. The three guys are looking at AJ Styles. Okay, we still don't know who they are. They're still wearing masks. And the three guys, like an army. Okay, like an army. They take one step further and take off their masks. One at a time. Revealing it to be Alberto Del Rio, Chris Masters, and Evan Bourne. But then, AJ Styles. Okay, he's looking at the three men. And he's realizing, wait, you guys are not from WWE. You guys were TNA guys. Sort of, but you were from WWE, but now you're TNA. What's going on? Kind of thing. And then he looks at them. He looks at the crowd. He looks at Jinder Mahal laying flat on his back. AJ Styles knowing that he can be WWE champion right now. So he puts his body on the pretty much beaten down and destroyed Jinder Mahal. While, okay, so remember when Stone Cold Steve Austin grabbed the ref's hand as it goes 1, 2, 3 kind of thing? You know that? Remember that? We're kind of having a sort of similar thing here where AJ Styles is covering Jinder Mahal and the three men grab the referee and start doing the 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles is now your WWE champion. Meaning, Jinder Mahal is now not WWE champion, and Samoa Joe and AJ Styles is WWE champions pretty much. So, I think people are now realizing, oh wait, this might be a TNA thing, and now they're freaking out. Because Samoa Joe was a TNA guy, and AJ Styles was a TNA guy. The next night on Raw, Kurt Angle, because he's the general manager, he can watch the opposite people, because that's what general managers do. They watch their competition. He watched the show, and then he realizes, oh wait, these guys have been helping Samoa Joe, which is bad for me. So Kurt Angle comes out, and he basically screams that, well, not screams, but he's just like, hey, Bourne, Masters, and Del Rio, don't come help Samoa Joe on Raw. In fact, never show your face on Raw again. Guess what happens? They show up on Monday Night Raw in the same promo. They come out through the crowd. Imagine the Shield, but they're not the Shield. And basically, they beat the crap out of Kurt Angle. Okay, they're like, no, you're not going to. And they take Kurt Angle out of commission, pretty much. Okay, Kurt Angle is now already out of commission. So these three guys, these two TNA guys, are just wreaking havoc on WWE. Kurt Angle, he gets a little card. I know, that sounds weird. The three guys, they pull a little card out from their pocket. They don't reveal what it was. Then they shove it in Kurt Angle's pocket. Okay? This little card, gotta remember, it's gonna be a very important feature into the story. So during all of this, nobody is explaining themselves. So Chris Masters, Evan Bourne, Del Rio, AJ Styles, nor Samoa Joe are explaining what the heck's going on. Why are they teaming up all of a sudden? What is the connection? What's going on? They're not explaining anything. Okay, they're making sure nobody knows what's going on. So finally, Raw and SmackDown, they get sick and tired of it. They get sick and tired of the three guys keep interfering with their title matches. They keep wreaking havoc on their brand. They decide, you know what? For Survivor Series, Raw and SmackDown are going to team up against these 5 men who just keep wreaking havoc on everybody. This big stable, okay? Because they're kind of annoyed because now they're the top stable of WWE. These invading forces are trying to beat WWE. So Raw and SmackDown are like, you know what? Let's just beat them up in a Survivor Series match. So Survivor Series is John Cena, Randy Orton, Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, and Finn Balor versus the 5-man AJ Styles, Evan Bourne, Chris Masters, Del Rio, and Samoa Joe. Okay, it's these 5. So the 5 men, the 5 invading TNA guys. I keep calling them TNA guys or GFW guys, but I'm still used to TNA, so I'm going to keep calling them that. Do not yell at me. They basically destroy Randy Orton and Finn Balor in like a matter of minutes. Like in like 10 minutes, they just eliminate these 2, honing on these 2, beating the crap out of them. Okay, so in the Survivor Series match, already it's not looking good. It's the 5 TNA guys versus the 3 WWE guys. Then John Cena gets tagged in and starts going, so these 5 enforcers, pretty much the 5 TNA guys, just keep beating down John Cena, but John Cena keeps fighting back, so pretty much not, the match isn't going anywhere. Then, during the match on the Titantron, you see Kurt Angle. Okay, he's at his house, he's pretty much sitting on his couch with like a little camera, and he's like, hey, I looked at the card you gave me, and I never thought I'd hear her voice again. But she says to start now. And then he holds up the card. The card is a phone number. This is the same card they gave him, you know, a few moments back at the attack or whatever, or a few months back before Kurt Angle got out of commission. The card shows a phone number. And above the phone number, Dixie Carter is written on it. As he holds up the card, John Cena realizes, oh crap, this might not be so good. Then all the 5 guys run into the ring, rush John Cena, and beat the crap out of him. While at the same time, Matt and Jeff Hardy, of course, other TNA guys, start beating down on John Cena. So then, John Cena, after all this punishment, gets eliminated in this Survivor Series matchup, as Matt and Jeff Hardy just lay down flat on their backs, taking the pin to get eliminated. Team TNA has just won the Survivor Series matchup. So the next night on Raw, TNA basically take over the production. Okay, they take over the production truck, does Kurt Angle and Miss Dixie Carter, and they are just basically holding it hostage. So everything looks semi like TNA. All the lighting boards have like the Impact logo, you know, the Titantron has the Impact logo, etc. Okay, so Dixie Carter and Kurt Angle are making a Impact. I'm not funny. I realize this. Just go with it. So while they're doing this, you know, the 5 guys, Samoa Joe, Del Rio, AJ Styles, you know, all of them, they decide to just tear up the ring aprons and everything related to WWE at the ringside area. Okay, they're not beating it down, they're just kind of destroying everything with the WWE logo, a WWE brand on it. Before Vince McMahon decides to come out and he's like, yeah, this is my company. I'm WWE. You need to stop this, pretty much. And yeah, they don't like that. So they beat the crap out of Vince McMahon. So while Vince McMahon is basically beaten down in the middle of the ring, he's pretty much kneeling for his life. Dixie Carter decides to go down the ramp, and grab a microphone. Of course, ripping the WWE branded logo off of it because this is TNA now. TNA is the one, pretty much. And she basically says to Vince McMahon, I have made all of your stars. And I have made all of your trash stars as well. AJ Styles and Samoa Joe, they were my creation. And people like Alberto Del Rio, Chris Masters, and Aaron Bourne were people that you decided to call trash. So you know what I did? I turned them into gold, pretty much, is what Dixie Carter's saying. Dixie Carter, she believes Impact is the better brand, but since it has a reputation of looking bad, they decide, you know what? Let's just take the WWE reputation of looking so good, and they decide they want WWE, and they just want WWE to be TNA, pretty much. Okay? Vince McMahon is down pretty much just kneeling in the middle of the ring. Okay? He's like, no, stop this, please. Stop all of this destruction and such. Triple H then comes out and tries to help Vince McMahon because Triple H is like, no, that's my father-in-law. He tries to help Vince McMahon and be like, no, you need to stop this. This is supposed to be my company in like a few years. And the 5 men then beat the crap out of him now. And so it's just Vince McMahon and Triple H. WWE's past and WWE's future laying there in the middle of the ring, or kneeling there in the middle of the ring. As Dixie Carter for the next 10 minutes keeps yelling and screaming at them that Impact Wrestling is the inferior product to WWE, or WWE is inferior to TNA, I should say. Saying TNA is much better than them because they make stars and they make people who WWE didn't want in the stars, and then they make stars WWE wants afterwards. Then Dixie then says, I want to buy WWE. Vince McMahon is like, yeah, I'd rather you didn't. Dixie then decides, you know what? I thought you would say that. And she points at the Titantron. On the Titantron, you see Bobby Roode and Austin Aries. And who's behind them? Pretty much strapped to the wall? Stephanie McMahon. This isn't supposed to be like they're gonna do bad things to her, by the way. This is just like they like have a bat in their hand or something. This isn't, that made it sound like they were gonna do naughty stuff to her. Not what she wanted. That's not what I meant. That's bad. It's bad stuff. So Vince McMahon has now handed over WWE to Dixie Carter because she has his daughter hostage. What is he gonna do? Okay, what is he possibly going to do here? Okay, he has no leverage here, and all the points she's making is correct, and Vince McMahon hates it. So, out of love for his daughter, he decides to give WWE up to Dixie Carter. And that will have to be the end of this first part. Are you guys enjoying it? Please let me know, okay? I like, comment, subscribe, all that such. If you guys like it, let me know. This is a 2-parter, I know that, so yeah, just as a recap, Dixie Carter bought WWE because of stuff, because of invading forces. And I like the storyline, and I hope you guys like it too. If you guys want to see part 2 of it, then subscribe so that you can see the next part of it when it releases. Yeah. Bye-bye! Yo!